What up, brother? Divine brother. What up, divine sister? How you doing? From your divine brother. I love you. Now that said, let's not waste any time. Let's get into this quick thought-provoking insight presented by Unique the Godfather of Consciousness. Today's thought-provoking insight is information. 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 Why are we talking about information today, brothers and sisters? Because I've come to realize this. Information controls everything in war. And if you're like me, I perceive life to be a battlefield. And if indeed life is a battlefield, how is it that you are actively engaged in this battlefield that is life using outdated information? Outdated in the sense of somebody is handing you the information that you're using to create your reality. Outdated in the sense that generation upon generation upon generation upon generation has been handing down information to the next generation, to the next generation, to the next generation. And now it has finally triggered down to you. And ultimately, from the top determines what is safe for you to have. What information is safe for you to have. Information controls everything in war. You, my divine brother, you, my divine sister, is actively engaged in this battlefield that is life, using information that your enemies have handed to you to use and to create your life and your reality. How can you not feel the way that you feel? How can you not find your psyche functioning the manner in which it is functioning? Always feeling depressed, always feeling unhappy, always questioning yourself, filled with doubts, filled with sorrows, always in a state of fear, anxiety, on some real shit. How can you not expect to experience these various vibrations of emotion within yourself, sitting down daily and waiting for someone to feed you information? Let us imagine that you are a general in an army. You're going against another general. You, the general that seeks to win this battle, collects as much data on your opponent as possible. How many soldiers does he have? Where are his soldiers located? What is his ration? How much food does he have for his soldiers? What is his battle history? You collect as much data as possible because you want to understand your opponent. You want to understand your enemy. They say a great general is he who is able to place himself in his opponent's mind, to try to think as his opponent would think, move as his opponent will move. And to achieve this, one must acquire a great deal of data. If you are such a general where you value information, ultimately you place your armies, or you create your strategy based off the information that you have. If you have acquired a great deal of data on your opponent, you're in a better position to win because you understand how many soldiers he has, his battle history, his win and losses, what strategy he used and all of that, how much food he got to provide for his soldiers, and where they're all located. You know this, so you create your strategy to face this individual. Flip it. You're the kind of general where you're lacking in the accumulation of information. You sit on your ass and you do nothing to understand your opponent. You move when your opponent moves, guessing what he or she is going to do next. Your entire army is at your mercy because they don't know shit because you don't know shit. And you go engage on this battlefield with this general that has collected data on you that you aren't even aware of. He knows what you know. He perhaps knows you better than you know yourself. And now you're on the battlefield watching your entire army get slaughtered because of the lack of information you had. You didn't take the time to know how much soldiers he had in his army. You didn't take the time to try to know how much arsenal this general had to back him up. You ain't invest no effort in none of this. You just thought, I'm gonna show up on the battlefield with my soldiers and we gonna fight it out. You don't know the tricks that this general has. You don't know his strategy. Ultimately, information controls everything in war. So let's bring that to life. Consciousness is all there is. Science has proven that I forget what law that was. Was it a law of relativity? I'm not sure. But science has proven that if an experiment is done, and within this experiment, there is no conscious observer to interact with the experiment that is taking place, the outcome is left to a infinite possibility. However, when a conscious awareness is placed in the observer seat to observe the experiment, that observer has a certain level of impact on the outcome of that experiment. Consciousness. Whatever you focus on amplifies. Whatever you focus on, you create. Where your energy goes, energy flows. So now, you being this consciousness that expands and creates wherever your attention and awareness goes, you require data. You require information. Information is surrounding you from all corners of this world. Within your current environment, everywhere you look, information. What are these information suggesting to you? Consciousness, and how are you acting upon it? These information for this world has been strategically placed there by individuals, by generals that seek to influence what consciousness creates, where consciousness energy flows, and thereby where consciousness energy flows, consciousness creates that. You divine brother, you divine sister that are watching me in this moment, you are your own general. actively engage in the battle that is life, your life, utilizing outdated information, utilizing information that another general has strategically placed in your environment to influence the outcome of your battle, the outcome of your life. The enemy has literally invested time in studying you, how you work, how you function, how you move, how you think, how you live, how you create. That general has invested that much time to collect this much data on you. That enemy knows you better than you know yourself. So many of you walking about this reality, you don't know who the fuck you are because you have sat by and allowed the enemy general to tell you who you are. Using outdated information that he strategically created for your ass. The enemy told you what to believe. You took that, you ran with it. The enemy told you what to think. You took that and you ran with it. The enemy told you what is deemed as intelligence. You took that and you ran with it. The enemy told you what is beauty. You took that and you ran with it. The enemy told you what is health. You took that, you ran with it. The enemy told you what is food. You took that, you ran with it. Never questioning anything. You are general in the battlefield that is your life. But to that enemy general, you are but a subordinate. I don't know if I said that right. You are but a tool to be used in his strategy, his or her strategy. A pawn to be moved about on the chessboard that is life. Because you're actively sitting by and allowing another's army general to hand you information in order that you may maneuver your life. In order that you may maneuver your strategy that you consciousness desires to implement in your life. Imagine decades upon decades spent on collecting data on your ass while you sitting by and not even taking the time to get to know yourself. But another is invested watching you through the binoculars, studying you through data analysis, sitting in your environment, watching how you move, how you doing everything that you do. And from this data, they determine you as consciousness, whatever you focus on, you create. And so what was the outcome? They said, let's create an instrument that is going to guide their attention on what we want them to create. What did it start with? It started with newspaper. Let's strategically place information in these newspapers so when consciousness reads it, consciousness can believe it, digest it, and create it. And then from newspaper, where did they go? They went to radio broadcasts. Let's place within these radio broadcasts information, strategic information that consciousness, you can utilize to create your reality. From newspaper, where'd they go? They went to television programming. Again, let's place within these television programming whatever information that we deem is safe for you, consciousness that is watching, to create upon. And now in modern day, yes, we have the newspaper, we have the radio broadcast, we have the television programming, but now, 23, let me try to fit this in real quick. But now we got social media where information is just readily available in the palm of your hands. And yet, the general is still actively, strategically placing within that palm palette that you have, that phone, the information that he sees fits for you to act upon. However, you have the capability to say, no, I don't want this. Let me go do my own research and acquire whatever information that I feel is right for me. Let me get to know me. 15 minutes just for Facebook. I'm going to end it there. So much left to say. We out here, man.